Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show where we talk to authors from far reaches of the planet. You've had so many guests lately from Europe and France and Canada, and every once in a while we get a guest from the United States of America, which we're excited to talk to somebody now about her book. By the way, here is the book, Her Desire, and we're going to talk all about it. I don't want to spoil anything yet. Let me see if I can find our guest. There she is, Patricia Hansen. Welcome, Patricia.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'm going to talk to you about what I've talked to every guest about today, the weather. Where are you and what's your weather?
I'm here in Belgrade, Montana, which is southwest Montana,
Yeah.
and the temperature is around 30. Well, no, it's been like 20 some below, but
Yeah.
it's around 11 today.
Wow.
So much warmer for
That
us
is
anyway.
cold. Here in California, the sun is shining and it's kind of warming up a little bit. So,
Yep.
is there snow there, or does it snow where
Yes,
you?
we have, a few inches on the ground still, so
Yeah.
some places more than 6 inches, but
And by the way, here's the cover of your book. I had it up in the beginning. Her Desire. It's a romance novel.
yes, it is.
Now, did you ever, when you're growing up, you said you loved writing. Did you ever doubt that you someday would publish a novel?
Kind of. I don't know why I made it so hard on myself to think that publishing was so super hard, but it really isn't.
Yeah.
That's Amazon's made it a lot easier for people to get a book
For
published
people to get it
too.
published,
So,
yeah. Tell us a little bit about your book.
well, it's a romance, of course, and contemporary mostly. It has some suspense, mystery in there, I guess you could say. And it's about Angela, a girl who, excuse me, she's dated a while and she's just tired of it, I guess, and hasn't really found what she was looking for. So she wanted to find the guy, the true desire of her heart.
Mm-hmm.
So she ends up finding a guy, and then it goes through quite a bit of mystery through that, and her relationship with him to really find the guy that she's really looking for. So,
Yet now, romance novel. Who's going to read this? I mean, I know the answer, but
yeah.
who's it for?
Well, I think anyone from the ages of 18 to 100 could read it.
What-
I mean, there's been younger kids that have read it, and I'm not real sure that that's, for them. It's a little. It's not really too sexual in there. It's more, I guess it's just a little more than, I don't know, holding hands a little
Yeah.
bit like that.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I'm just kidding that who's going to read it. So many people I know read the romance novels, and they're just, it's one right after another, right after another. And the only time I read romance novels, I'm in the airport, and I just want to grab a book as I'm getting on a plane, and every time I
Right.
end up getting a romance novel, and I love them.
yeah. Well, I think there's a certain, bunch of fans out there that just love romance.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty well covered right there. And yeah, there's occasional people that, like you, that go on a plane and grab the book.
Grab a book.
So yeah, I guess it's with any books, I guess, whatever people just decide to read. So, but I would hope they would read my book, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, it's funny how people pick books. I have to pick books
Yeah.
all the time because I read and read and read, and some I like if I see an interview like this, it makes me go, oh, I got to read that person's book, because after an interview you kind of feel like you know the person a little bit, and
Right.
or I see a list or a recommendation. But the number one way I pick books is by the cover. And let's talk about the cover of your book, because it's absolutely beautiful. Tell us about the artwork.
Well, my daughter did that, Stephanie, and we first we were going to just go with some of the book covers they had. I went through a company to get my book done, and I wasn't really thrilled with the book covers they had to offer, so my daughter said, well, I'll do it. So, yeah, that was all her doing, so, and I was happy with it.
Yeah, it's really something. And like I said, it caught my eye, so good for her and good for you
Yeah.
too, because like I say, a lot of us choose our cover, our next book by the cover. So
Yeah.
it's very good. Now, You got one book out of the way. Do you think there's another one coming?
Yeah, I do have several other manuscripts that I have on my shelf, and I'm in the process of getting copyrights done for the next one. So, yeah, I'll be looking for it. So,
I know there's two steps, well, multiple steps, I'm sure, in the process. The first part is writing the book. The next part is figuring out how to get it published.
right.
Do you think the second book will go easier in that regard?
I think so. I know a little more about it, so the process is going to be a little easier for me this time,
Yeah.
and I won't be working with the same company, and I hope other people don't either. I kind of got into a wrong company there, but anyway, yeah, once I get past that, I know that there's better places to get published, and um, as far as my manuscript, I wrote it a long time ago, but I'm able to edit it a lot better now.
Yeah.
So I see what I need to be done,
Yeah.
So.
And do you eventually use an editor, or do you use book readers, or anything?
Yes, I have someone that's going to edit it for me.
That's nice.
So.
Yeah. I always think, a lot of writers, I mean, you read it so many times through that sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees, and there's still one little word out of place or something. So, yeah, the editors are.
I'm afraid I would miss something if I edit it myself,
Now, do you tell me, we have a lot of viewers, many viewers who are writing their first book. And by the way, congratulations. You got yours written and you got it published, and it's out there now. Tell us about your process, your discipline. Do you get up every morning and start writing at 6 a.m.?
No. I kind of do it by inspiration, I guess, and certain things. I just get ideas, and I've always got some kind of book titles in my head.
Nice.
I just kind of roll like that, and just sit down and write whenever. I'm retired, so and my health problems, so I'm home a lot, so I can just write whenever.
Right, whenever you get the inspiration.
Yeah.
You do a lot of.
And I take notes and things like that too whenever I'm somewhere also.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you do a lot of the development in your head, or do you do the development as you're sitting down to a keyboard?
Kind of a little bit of both.
Yeah. And what process is your next one? You're still writing, you're polishing. What steps are you in right now?
Right now I'm getting ready to edit and the copyright. That's about as far as I'm going right this minute.
Get a copyright first before, so nobody steals your ideas, no doubt.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Now, I have your, by the way, for our viewers, every time I go on the air with an author, I go read their Amazon page. And Patricia, here's her Amazon address. It's on the screen, amazon.com/author/Patricia Hansen. Did I have that right, Patricia? Yeah. And
yes.
great background. You grew up in these, would you call them small towns?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in a suburb, It's kind of small, I guess. 50,000 some people there, so.
And also, by the way, we have your Instagram address up on the screen. Now, your books, I guess, it's obviously on Amazon, and is that the place to buy it, or are there multiple places?
That's pretty much the place to buy it right now, so.
Yeah. I don't push Amazon over other companies, but man, I go there, I see a book, I press a button, and it shows up at my house the next day with free shipping, so it's hard to beat that.
Yeah, they're nice that way. And
now, does your book, is it set up for a sequel? Do you see a sequel in this book?
No, I don't really see anything in this book right now. Maybe later.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm on to my next one, so.
We're showing the cover again. I just can't get over how it's striking. It's a very great picture, and I thought it, maybe you borrowed some art from someplace, but your daughter did the whole thing?
Yeah, pretty much that I can see. I don't know if she did backgrounds from somewhere or not, but
yeah, a lot of that is done, but it's just striking. So I just want to say to our viewers, if you like romance novels, go out to Amazon and order this book, but don't order one. Don't click one time. Order 5 of them, because I like other people to be reading what I'm reading, especially if it's a romance novel, because I want to talk about it with someone and share it with someone, and I'm always happy to go to somebody's house for dinner, for example. I like to take a host gift, so books are the best that's the best gift. So for our viewers, go find this book, find it on Amazon. Just type Patricia Hansen and it just pops right up. And order multiple copies. Patricia, they only give us about 10 minutes here, but I just want to give you a moment see if there's anything else you want to say about your book, about anything in the world you want to talk about. Now's your chance.
Well, I just think that my story is a good one, and I think people should give it a chance. It's modern, it's up to date, upbeat kind of, and the characters are pretty laid back, and they're younger, age group,
Yeah.
probably in the 30ish. But I think people, everybody would hear for it. It's a pretty good story. So
yeah, that's great. Our guest is Patricia Hansen. Check her out on Amazon, but order this book, Her Desire. Your passion comes through when you talk about your book, Patricia, so we appreciate that. And when your next book comes out, I hope you come back on the show.
Okay, sure will. Thanks for having me.
And for our viewers, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with another author right after this. And thank you so much, Patricia. We will be right back.